really turned things around at Wisconsin. And he said that he tried to pattern what he did after a lot of things that he saw in Nebraska. And so we take that as a compliment, I guess. So anyway, he did a lot of things, did it right, and just sorry he couldn't be here. I want to congratulate Olu. You've done a lot of great things. The list of your honors and academics and everything is pretty fantastic. And I think if you guys had won that first game in the playoff, you might have had a little better championship game. So that would have been good. And so just want to make a couple other comments. Appreciate what Trev Alberts is doing. Trev was the best pass rusher that I can remember at Nebraska, at least when I was a coach. And so just to show how smart a coach I was, the first 2 years we played a 50 defense, so he was dropping in pass coverage half the time. And I think he was a big part of the reason we went to a 4-3 defense. But then we just told him, put your hand on the ground and go tackle the guy. And he got pretty good at that. And appreciate having a chance to talk to Matt tonight, Matt Rule. We talked on the phone some time ago, this first time we really had to visit. And the thing that's really impressed me about Matt is how hard he's worked and how he's been able to hold things together and put things together pretty well with a very short window of time as far as recruiting. And this is a place where recruits aren't just falling off the trees. And if you look at some other schools, more population-based and so on, so you really have to work hard. And Matt has shown that tendency, and I think he'll do a great job. And so I really appreciate all that he's done. Last thing I want to say, I just want to mention a guy that was recently inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame, and that's Zach Uyghur. And Zach was a little different. The thing he enjoyed most about football was going up the line of scrimmage and telling the opponents what the play was. He would tell them not only where the ball was going, but tell them whether it was a pass or run and what the play was. And I thought that was a little odd. But anyway, I guess he was ahead of his time, because that's what started the no huddle offense. Because we figured, well, if Zach's going to give the other team the play, then why do we need a huddle? And so anyway, and one last thing I just mentioned to him that when he first came to the university, he thought he was there to play football, but he didn't feel that going to class was part of football. And so we had quite a few conversations over time. And so finally, toward the end of the year, I thought, well, maybe I'd get to know him a little better and have a little more conversation. And I asked him if he'd like to go hunting. I knew he liked to hunt. And he said, yeah, he'd like to do that. So we went to this ranch not too far from Lincoln. And I said, you wait in the car, Zach, and I'll go up and ask for permission. I was pretty sure we'd get it. And so I went to see the rancher. He said, yeah, he said, it's okay if you go. But you know, while you're here and while you got your gun, he said, you see that little mule standing over there in the farmyard? And I said, yeah, I do. I said, well, that mule's 35 years old, and we've been together for 35 years, and he needs to be put down. The veterinary says he needs to be put down, but I can't bring myself to do it, so I wonder if you'd do it for me. Well, I wasn't real wild about the idea, but I wanted to hunt. And so I started back to the car, and I got thinking about Zach and some of the trouble he gave me. And I thought, well, maybe I can even the score a little bit. So I acted real disgusted, and I said, Zach, this guy ain't gonna Let us hunt here. He said, I was a terrible coach. He said, you were a bad football player. I said, I'm going to take this laying down. And he said, you see that old mule standing over there in a barn? I said, yeah. So I reached in the back seat, got my gun, put a shell in there, and pulled down the window, and his eyes started getting big. And I took aim and bang. I dropped the mule in one shot. Just then I heard bang, bang, bang from this side of the car, and he said, let's get out of here, coach. I got 3 cows.